Hi, it's Paul. I have not been on this in a long time. Just seeing if my medias are all up and running. I think they are. Awesome. So, I don't know what's new with you. Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm 40 seconds into this live, and I just connected one of mine, so I'm just saying hi again. And I'd like to point out right now while we're waiting, while I wait for maybe a few people to come on live. Oh, I see one live person so far. Um, if you're watching and you have anything you want to talk about tonight, or you are just interested in seeing what's going on with me, let me know. Um, so, what's new with me lately? This is kind of an update since I have not not been on my live stream since I started saying, "Oh, I'd probably do this at least once a week." And here I am, probably 3 months later. But I do enjoy, now we got 3 people live. Awesome. Um, um, so one of the things that I was gonna update everybody on is how things are going, because most of the people that are watching via Facebook are, friends of mine or people I've met over time, and one of the things that, people always wonder is how things are going, and, I do realize that I don't ever do an introduction of myself in any of the I don't think I've done any proper introduction, so I think I'm gonna do that first. Um, so one of the things that I like doing, just to say a little bit about myself, is playing the piano. And I think I might have made a promise in the last video that I would play the piano and possibly sing, um, and I never made that video yet. Um, some other things I like doing, I used to like going for walks and going for bike rides. I really hope to get into that again now that spring is here. Um, and I'm from Atlantic Canada. If there's people watching that are not from around here, or know me from where I'm at, because I am live streaming on my Instagram, on YouTube, and my Facebook, um, with this software called StreamYard. And it's only like my fourth time using it, so I don't know if it's working properly or not. Um, what else can I say about myself? Um, so I mentioned piano. I mentioned that I like going for walks and bike rides. Um, other things that should come to mind. I am a Master of Arts theology student at Acadia University. Um, I am in their no program option, or their course based option, I guess it is. Um, not program, because it is a program. And one of the things that I do at Acadia is study theology, which is studying God, and different aspects of it. And I just enjoy overall, learning more about God in that study. I just recently completed a Christian ethics class, still waiting for final grades. Um, but it's my second time actually taking that a course at Acadia. And one of the things that I enjoyed about that class both times, was just the overall interaction with the material, given for readings, and how it can apply to whatever you do for ministry, or whatever you do for volunteering. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be, a full time or part time ministry position that you're in. It can be volunteering too. And I'm just seeing a few more people join. um, on Instagram. I don't know how I can tell where they're all from. It just says I have 4 main viewers, and I have an tab open on my computer saying that, there's a couple people on Instagram that have joined me, and I'm guessing the other 2 are either on Facebook or on YouTube, which is awesome. Um, oh, I see one comment that's up there, from my cousin. Hi, Angela. Um, and a few people on Instagram are joining too. Um, so yeah, I'm a Master of Arts student, theology, and it's a course based. I just finished my Christian ethics class, and I guess what I really enjoyed about that was just overall learning about what we can do, not just pastors, not just volunteers, not just paid workers, whatever you are, really anybody um, should be involved in these different topics of Christianity and what we believe about them, and be very solid with what we believe about them, and then from there move on to say, okay, now what do we actually do something, um, or do we just sit around and hope that it works out? Which, there's different topics. I mean, I'm not going to get into any of that in this video. Maybe in a future video or something like that. But um, and I have 2 more classes left at Acadia to finish the Master of Arts in Theology, and the plan is to take one more Christian history class and one more um, theology class. I couldn't think of what the other one was for a minute there. Um, so yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell. And what's new? There isn't really a lot new. I'm just working away at my job in fast food as a supervisor. And now that we're getting into the busier season again, things are starting to pick up, and starting to help out with some of the different things that are going on. And yeah, I think that's been going quite well. And overall, I would say I can't complain. I mean, I do sleep a lot, unfortunately. Trying to work on that to get on a good routine that says, hey, you're up at this time, you're in bed by this time. But with my shift work at work, sometimes that can be a bit of a challenge. But anyway, what was I going to say about myself and what's new? That's the thing about live stream. It's like you gotta think on the fly, and and you can plan as much as you want, but then you get into the video and you're like, oh. um, yes, the church, right? I'm volunteering at. I guess it's one other thing that's kind of new. I've been there for volunteering in the youth ministry there for a little over a year now. And we just this time last year, well, actually, it was March last year, restarted our kids and youth ministry. And in that kids and youth ministry, something we tried new. I say we, mostly the youth pastor and the Christian education team came up with and said, "Hey, let's try this on one night." And do both youth group and children's club on the same night, so that you can maximize the space and you don't have your leaders going one night to kids club and the next night or 2 days later the youth group. And I just really enjoy being a presence there. I also help teach, and I just appreciate for anyone that is watching or will watch this video to definitely pray for every youth ministry out there, every ministry in general, every church, if you're that type of person, to pray, because God is doing some great things in many churches, not just our church that I'm a part of. Um, and in that, I'm just really trying to, you know, connect with the people, and one of the things I like about our church's ministry, I say ministry as in just in general, not the youth ministry, kids ministry to combined, is something that we do is prayer partners. Um, so each youth and each child, well, right now I think it's mostly the youth, are paired up with someone from our church, and that person from our church prays for them. And we try our best as youth leaders to keep those prayer partners updated about anything going on. And it's great to see how these youth and even some of the children are being prayed for, and because they're being prayed for, it just changes things, I think. And by changing things, I mean, well, mostly just how the people come to youth group. And some weeks they're maybe they're having a bad week and they say, well, oh, my prayer partner met with me for coffee this week, or um, my prayer partner sent me a card in the mail, or they called me if that was an option. Of course, we do this with their permission. We would never do this without their permission, right? Like we say, hey, look, you are part of this church family, and one of those ways that you are part of this church family is to be prayed for um, by some of our church members. And it blows me away at how um, these prayer partners are something that these youth and some of the kids that are part of it um, look forward to. Oh, maybe it's a card on their birthday, maybe it's a card at Easter time, maybe it's just a surprise card that comes in the mail, or a surprise gift, or whatever it is. Like, the only thing we expect of the prayer partners is to pray. Um, but if they want, they can send a gift or a card or what have you. And in the process, it just it it works. I don't know. It just sounds, anyway, that's a plug on that. What else can I do for this? What's new? Um, hmm, what else is new? Work, school, church. Hmm, can't really tell if there's anything else right now. I wonder. There's one song that I think I said I was going to share at one point. I shared the lyrics to it, I think, but I didn't actually sing the song. Don't know if I'm prepared to do that right now, though. Maybe in the next live stream. Haven't really cracked, that's not the right word. Haven't really used my keyboard in a while. Just mostly just because I've been occupied with work, church, and school. And it's been taking up enough of my time. And, I like to use the piano as a way to kind of unwind sometimes, and I just forget that I can do that. So maybe that's something I can work into my routine that I was talking about a little while ago. Um, yeah, because like a routine is important, for our overall well-being. It can help with the physical health, if it involves exercise, which it should, I'd hope. Which, like I said, I'd love to get back on the bike or go for walks. Just finding the time in your schedule and saying, "Look, I will do this," right? Um, yeah, definitely something I want to work on. Uh, Maybe I will do that song. Just give me a second here to see if I can find it and remember what it was, and then um, go from there. And I don't have a way, unfortunately. My back will be to the camera while I'm playing the piano, and hopefully you can hear it and hear me if I decide to sing. Um, let's see. Yes. I'm warming up. um, all right. I think I'm ready to go. That's a little too loud. Now you can't hear me. I lift my eyes up to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from you, maker of heaven, creator of the give me where does my help come from? My help comes from you, maker of heaven. probably couldn't even hear me. I'd have no idea if you could or not. And if you didn't, let me know. And I'll see if I can get a camera and a microphone, maybe kind of where this lamp is hanging. Yeah. Let's see, a few more people have joined. A few people have said hi on Facebook. I did shout out to my cousin Angela already. And I see that there's someone else, Lily. Hi, Lily. And yeah, mm, realize that I'm still working out how to do this live stream thing. And I did mention that I'd like to um, sing and play, and that may need some adjustments over time. I don't have the budget right now to get equipment, so I will have to make do with what I already have, and see how well that works. At first I started playing the piano and I realized, oh, piano's too loud. You can't hear me. If I can't hear myself while the piano is playing, oops. Um, so that'll be a work in progress, I'm sure, over time. And I do have, I keep forgetting to mention this, two different Instagram accounts. And I never post on either one of them, really. um, if I do, it's usually something special or um, just something random. Yeah. Um, I usually post uh, pictures of food on Instagram. That seems to be the main thing that I post pictures of. Um, and in the process, the two accounts for Instagram, one of them, the purpose is just a general Instagram account that I post life things in. Like I said, usually food. Um, when I go to a restaurant or whatever and post their food. Um, Not like a review or anything like that. And then Instagram, the other account is my what's supposed to be a debt-free account. Um, I started that before COVID or during COVID. I can't remember now. Everything seems like a blur. I think I started in around 2018, 2019. Might have been 2020 actually. It's all a blur. But in the process, I kind of just said, look, you have a lot of debt and you want to go debt free, and make a goal to go debt free. And in the process, I was just like, at that time, I was like, oh, yeah, I can do this. Took on a second job. Um, and unfortunately, where I was at that time, things didn't work out with my health. And I had to come back, move back to New Brunswick. So now I'm basically um, still trying to go debt free. I realize it takes time. I have student loans. Um, Now I have a car loan since last year. This time last year, um, credit card debt, unfortunately, which I'm trying to work on all these things. Um, my goal right now on that account, which I last updated everybody on that account, that Instagram account, was I'd like to be debt free by the end of 2027. I thought that was reasonable. Um, and I do have an app on my phone that this is not a paid partnership, by the way. I just have to disclose that, with You Need a Budget, or YNAB for short. And I honestly haven't been using it to its maximum potential. But one of the features I like about it is that you can put in to say, okay, um, you you plan ahead on your finances, like what do you call that? My brain's tired from work today. Um, when you go from um, like when you go for a major purchase that you need to save up for, you need a budget. You put that in. You say how many months away is this target, and you say how much you need to save, and it'll tell you how much you need to save each month. Um, I think it's great, and it's good. It was at least for the first almost year that I've had it now. One of the things that helped me save for was school, and now, or have been, I guess, too, is saving for a vacation that I'm going on this summer, which I really am thankful for going on vacation. I don't think I've been on any sort of extended vacation um, in a long time. I won't say much about where I'm going yet. I'll do that in the future, in some future broadcast, maybe. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for today. Almost a half an hour long. Some of you may have tuned in for the whole thing. Some of you may have gone in and out, and that's okay. It's there to watch in the future too, because it'll be on my Facebook page for sure, and YouTube for sure. If I can get it to post as a short, I don't think you can with Instagram. If I can shorten it to certain spots to have it as a reel or something like that, but um, that's about it for today. Hopefully, in the near future, I will try to do at least. I I don't want to commit to anything in specific right at the moment, but I would hope to do this at least once a week, um, or sporadically whenever I'm just like, hey, you haven't done a live stream in a while, do it. Um, Hope you enjoyed listening to me and my somewhat, I don't know what you want to call it, monotonous. No, it's not that monotonous, is it? Voice. Um, yeah, I had a few people tune in over this past half an hour. Um, yeah. Um, thank you so much for watching. And just continue to pray for me and everybody uh, around me at work. Right now, I don't really have school, but pray for the professors as they prepare for the summer classes that they're teaching um, and this final assignments that they're still marking, probably. And pray for the church in general. It doesn't have to be the church that I go to, but it can be anyone's church. Because really, I mean, when I say church, I mean universal, really. I do, because it's God's kingdom that we're working for. If we're not working for anything else, what are we working for? Um, what was the other thing I was going to ask for a prayer for? Prayer for at work, yeah, people at work. Um, yeah, I'm going to end this live stream, but I want to thank you so much for being here. Whether you decided to watch some of it live and then rewatch the rest later, or maybe the whole thing will be watched later. Whatever it is, I just do this because I like keeping people updated, and I find it hard to keep people updated. And right now, for most of my live streams, they will be on all my accounts that I have. That StreamYard allows me to put them on. Um, and yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Um, if you are watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Um, hopefully, these will be, like I said, at least once a week, if not more. If you're on Facebook, you're usually a friend of mine, or you're like one of my pages that I manage. If you're on Instagram, I have those two accounts, and both of them are just life things about life. So feel free to subscribe to those if you wish. But that's it for now. Thank you so much again for watching, and wishing you all the best. And I love to hear any feedback of any of my live streams, not just this one. And if I find it's a sound issue or a video issue, I will do my best to make that work a little easier. I'm thinking of maybe seeing if one of my old webcams, I know it's probably terrible quality, might work um, next to the piano, so you can kind of see the piano a little bit better, and the audio would come from a microphone somewhere closer to the piano. But for now, I have just my laptop and its microphone and its webcam. So thank you so much again, and God bless you, and may you just enjoy what's left of the week, because it's only Tuesday if you're watching this on Tuesday. And we still have the rest of the week, and it's finally spring. Thank you so much. Bye bye.